Hi, welcome back to the Spirit's Path. This is Dee, and today's tarot card of the day out of the Wildwood Tarot deck is the Archer, a major arcana card and life lessons card. And the thing that I like about this card, when I focus on it and meditate on it, it's always keep your sights on the goal. She's got that bowstring drawn back. She's got that arrow knocked and ready to go. And the wolfhounds are just ready to get whatever prey it is that's out there. Okay, and I find it fitting that this card comes in after yesterday's card, that Nine of Stones tradition. Because we talked about all the tradition that's going on once you returned home from the Ten of Stones, and traditions are rituals. Traditions is a practice that you keep every year, and this archer, the bow she's pulling back, it's a spiritual symbol. Okay, the arrow is a ritual or practice that you have to go through, and the string is the release of the energy. That energy of moving forward, that energy of taking on new sights and new goals. Okay, now the bow controls that energy, but the arrow is the energy to hit the target. Once that bow is loosed, or once the arrow is loose from the bowstring, that arrow has to fly true to its mark. And the only way for that to happen is to be focused. Be focused on what your goals are. Be focused on what your ambitions are, your dreams. Maybe some ideas that you have out there. Keep your focus on your relationships. All right, whether it's with a significant other or coworkers or even in a social setting. Okay, the key is not to be worried and anxious. Look at her. She's got that target right in view. She's not hyperventilating. She's got a nice steady breath, and she's ready to move forward. And it's relaxed. Her focus is relaxed. All right, the aim is relaxed. All right, she's steady. Both physically and mentally. She knows what that target is that she wants to hit. And she might have been walking around in the forest, and here you are moving forward. As you're walking home, and seeing some traditions, and maybe you look out that thing, and you see this archer, focused on a rabbit or a deer or something like that, and this archer left whatever home that they had, to look for the food, look for whatever goal they had, ambition, drive. Okay, and with their imagination and creativity, they were able to walk through the forest and figure out what that mark is. All right, maybe they had to hunt for it for a little bit. All right, and it's a great time to to build on that creativity that this archer's presenting. Right, they had to be creative in following that animal, and stalking their prey. So, if they had to stay upwind or downwind, so, the animal wouldn't smell them. Okay. This is the time to be bold, as this gal is. She's got the green garb on. She wants to mesh in with the forest. She's going to be bold and hunting down. Maybe it's just not a deer she wants. Maybe she wants an elk, or a bear or something on that aspect. All right. But she's committed. She's committed, and she has that fulfillment. And, we still have that Three of Bows fulfillment on the table, too. Okay, so, gather your resources. And it talks about that Six of Stones. All right? Gather those resources. Steady your mind. Make sure that you've got enough arrows in that quiver, to hit that goal, whatever it might be. And look at what you want to achieve, and then develop that plan. Maybe that happened during that Six of Arrows transition, as you were transitioning across the waters. Maybe you were coming up a plan and you had to stop at home to gather some stuff first. Okay, so harness that potential by growing your skill set. Your knowledge, your wisdom. And focus on those experiences that you've had in the past. Where have you succeeded by focusing on your goal? Where have you succeeded in drawing back that energy and letting that arrow hit its mark? Take a deep breath, be steady, and let the arrow fly to its mark. Let it fly to the goal that that it's intended to be. All right, and we'll start from the end of last week. You still got that three of bowls fulfillment. We talked about it. Here you were. You dive deep into the pool, that eight of vessels, and you come out, and you're fulfilled. You say to yourself, I want to be fulfilled. I want to be fulfilled spiritually. I want to be fulfilled mentally, emotionally. I want to be fulfilled in everything I do. I want to be happy in what I'm doing forward. And you came out of that pool in that three of bowls. It's telling you to find that balance. How do you find balance when you're out there hunting? We find balance through this Archer card, okay, by becoming steady, by slowing your breathing down, by focusing on what your target is, all right, and aiming true to that. It talked about the resources. Make sure you have your resources, all right? What are the resources this Archer needs? What are the resources you need when you look at this Archer? Make sure that you've got enough arrows in that quiver. All right. Hopefully you only need one to knock down your target. All right. And that's the challenge, right? The two of stones. The challenge is to only use as little resources as possible to get to your goal. All right. And not overuse those resources through that six of stones exploitation. There's a transition period that you're going through based on that six of arrows transition. What is that transition moving from fulfillment, knowing that you want to be happy, to making sure that you're hitting that goal, hitting whatever that desire, that ambition. Maybe it took some time as you were sailing across the night, moving from the pool, after you listened to the knight and the horse and the wren and the serpentine figure and the woodwoes. Maybe afterwards you said, you know what? I'm going to stop home for a bit. And I'm going to focus on what family and home means. And I'm going to look at what my goals are. Make sure they're in tune and they're aligned with my ideals and beliefs, my values. All right. The 10 of stones at home. Where you feel most safe, most secure. All right. This Archer is able to go out and do the hunting that it needs. All right. They know what their aim is. They want it to be true to their goals and desires and ambitions. And then you have that 9 of stones tradition. Okay. Like I said, tradition at the beginning, traditions are all rituals and practice. And, the more you get out there and you use this life lessons card as the Archer, when you pull back that bow, your arm gets stronger. When you hold that bow for a long time, like she possibly is, okay, your other arm gets stronger. Okay. Just imagine, sitting like this, right? And being patient. There's no movement in her hand. But look at my hand. There's movement in there. It's not used to being out that long. But she's relaxed. She's steady. She's got good footwork, good footing to let that arrow go. And that in holding that arrow, is that ritual or practice. Something that she's done hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, possibly thousands of times. And we've done that in our lifetime, depending on how old you are. That ritual or practice, waking up every day, going to work. Okay, I got to get this goal done today. You learn how to prioritize. You learn how to adapt when things, to overcome stuff that's out there. Reprioritize. And yet, you know what? You still hit that goal. You still hit that desire. You still hit that mark. So that's today's message. The Archer out of the Wildwood Tarot deck. And, hit that like button for me. Subscribe to the channel and share it with others. And this is D for the Spirit's path. Take care. God bless. Be steady. Let that arrow fly to the mark. And we'll talk to you tomorrow. Take care. God bless. Stay safe, everybody.